And well, I want to introduce Tesi to those who don't know him. He was actually one of our speakers some weeks ago, and today he wants to talk about the ATT, the Exhibition Think Tank Club, which is a global platform for the exhibition industry. Well, you read it by yourself, but what's great about it, it's about the personal approach. It's about no titles to ranks, so everybody is more than welcome to discuss with other industry peers about topics, about solutions, about ideas. And there are students as well as CEOs, and all are the same, and each idea is more than welcome. Or to quote it with Hannah Arendt, the German Jewish women's rights activist, when people come together, miracles are to be expected. And I think, Tesi, now it's your stage.
Perfect. Thank you very much. So thanks, Uta, for the kind invitation, and hi to everybody to listen for the next 20 minutes about the Exhibition Think Tank Club. I want to give you a very, very quick run through of what we are doing in the Exhibition Think Tank Club and what the goals is. Very quickly, to me, as you can hear from my absolutely horrible accent, I'm not English, I'm German. Even I'm sitting here in London watching out to a very grey sky, very close to Wimbledon, where I live since 14 years. I'm working in the exhibition industry since my entire professional life. I started at Messe Frankfurt and then worked for Reed Exhibitions for many years, then for UBM, and since 5 years I run my own consulting company, and we do education courses as well. And when the crisis broke out earlier this year in March, we thought, okay, what could we do to help all our friends and clients? And one idea we had was to conduct an exhibition think tank with a topic, how should we make the industry fit for after the crisis, or what has to change in the exhibition industry. And I'm just sharing with you a PowerPoint presentation where you can see the banners we released for this first exhibition think tank. At this point in time, we were not thinking at all about to make a club out of it. We just wanted to have a one-off exercise, an exhibition think tank, really bringing all kind of people from around the planet together to go through a crowd intelligent process to think about what is the vision for the exhibition industry and what do we need to change in the industry to become stronger and to get stronger out of the crisis. That was the goal of this first exhibition think tank. And we did this in a quite intensively designed process. We went through 4 sprints. You could also call them module. We just called them sprints. And we put every sprint under it in each topic. The first sprint we put under the topic, which areas have to change in the exhibition industry. Then the second sprint, we put under the topics, what in each area has to change. Then in the third sprint, we discussed, well, how does it look for the customer? And in the fourth sprint, we discussed how do we roll out the change in the exhibition industry. And overall, 150 people joined. As Ute said, we had students, we had CEOs, we had suppliers, we had stand builders, we had exhibition organizers, we had people from Asia, we had people from Europe, from South America, from North America, from Africa, from the Middle East. So we really could say that we had a global bunch of people, and we said we don't have hierarchy in the think tank, we only have skills and good ideas. And then it became a kind of a thing to join the think tank. Overall, we were 150 people. And here you see a team. So we split all the 150 people into 20 teams. Here you see the banner of the Team Asia. And in every sprint, we gave a working task, which then was worked out in the teams, and then we came together to present our working group results to the entire think tank. And then the sprint was over, and then we moved into the next sprint with the next working task. And here we had group banners, we had personalized banners, and so on and so on. And it was a big, big fun exercise, but it was also an exercise with an absolutely intensive result. We released after this first think tank a report, and I'm just going to the report of that think tank, which is this one here, about 170 pages. So you can really see how detailed and how intensive the people work together in this first think tank. So this is the report, and I fast forward very quickly. Don't worry, we don't go through the 170 pages, but I want to show you one page in particular, and this is the first sprint where we said how many areas in the exhibition industry need to change. And these are all the areas. We started discussing 5, 6, 7 areas that need to change, and we ended up in defining more than 30 areas of our industry that need to change. And then we broke down the areas into sub areas, and we calculated an importance score of the area and how important it is to change. So here we had, for example, value proposition, where 91% really thought this is an area we as an industry need to work on more. But we also had setup, so something where the suppliers really kick in, the location, the venue and cleaning, the stand size, and so on and so on. So it was really a very detailed discussion. And then we released this report where you can read on 170 pages if you want, what exactly in every single area should change and how important that is. So then at some point between sprint number 2 and 3, we said, okay, this becomes a bigger discussion. That also becomes a more diverse discussion. We need to drill down into subtopics. We need to talk about diversification. We need to talk about suppliers in the industry. We need to talk about the different markets. And then the idea was born to turn the first exhibition think tank into a club. And that way the idea of the exhibition think tank club was born. And we said, okay, let's set it up with a philosophy. We don't have any hierarchy. Everybody is welcome. We are a very open club, and we want to share ideas. And when we want to run ongoing think tanks, we want to run ongoing events and ongoing sprints. And that way, we created this club, and I'm very happy to say that we just jumped over the 500 mark. So we have now 500 members from all around the world coming together in the exhibition think tank club, and we are doing ongoing events and ongoing think tanks as well. And some events of the past I want to show you here. So we did, after this first think tank was over, we did a summer sprint, and the summer sprint we put under the topic, the hunt for the best hybrid event. And we split this sprint into subgroups, and we created a framework for what is actually a hybrid event. I can quickly open the report of this summer sprint. And where do we have it? Here is the summer sprint of the best hybrid event. And then we found a really good hybrid event, and it was a little bit eye-opening that only one of the 4 best practice cases we actually find was from the exhibition industry. We found 4 really good hybrid events, 1 from the exhibition industry, 2 from companies we would normally expect as exhibitors, and 1 from a new company that didn't exist a year ago. And that also shows how agile, how much our industry is changing, and how the people who joined this summer sprint are really discovering how our industry is in the flow at the moment. And to prepare this summer sprint, we created a framework to judge what is actually a hybrid event and to measure the depth of a hybrid event. And then we created also a template where you can rate a hybrid event and you can describe a hybrid event. And equipped with this material, then we said to the people, and now you go, you have 2 weeks time to find the best hybrid event. That was another example. Or what we then did after the summer sprint was over, we did another think tank, and we said, if it's true, if our industry is really moving into a hybrid setup, if our industry will be different after the crisis than it was before the crisis, that means nothing else that we will have new touch points to our customers, that the touch points between organizers and customers, or between exhibitors and exhibitors, or exhibitors and visitors, we will have new touch points. So we executed a new think tank saying discovering the new trade show customer touch points. Again, a massively deep learning curve for the people who have been involved. And I'm very happy that actually this idea for the touch point think tank was actually an idea of our Italian student group, who contributed absolutely remarkable. And we had a couple of industry CEOs who are really impressed. But then we do also smaller events. We do ongoing little power hour workshops. So we have one series called Netucation, here about hybrid events, and we have other Netucation sessions, and we do panel discussions. The future events we are having, so to go on that event here a little bit, what's coming up is we do actually tomorrow, we have our first town hall meeting that is about value proposition. And in the town hall meetings, we want to give a subtopics like value proposition, like digital, like supplier, every month, a platform where really best practice cases can be shared. So for example, when you have a stand building concept and that is an absolute best practice case, we would like to see that in the town hall meeting for suppliers, for example. Or we have upcoming a panel discussion about the touchpoint think tank, and we have an executive think tank for C-level in that case, where we talk about monetizing of virtual formats. So these are a couple of future formats. Then we release a report out of all events we are doing. So you will see for every event we are doing, you will see a report. The report section is exclusive for gold members. We have different memberships. We have basic members, which people can sign up for free. And then we have a gold membership for £10 a month. And then you have exclusive seating to events, and you have always access to the reports. And then we have, for sure, I think I talked about this already a little bit, we have our subgroups. And in the subgroups here, we have a group for IFES, which Uta or I can describe a little bit in a second. And then we have other subgroups like inclusive leadership for diversification in our workforce and empowering of women. We have education groups. We have other groups focusing on value proposition, on better technology. We have the group Tech for Better Events, and so on and so on. Team Think Tank, Team Adventures, and so on. And the subgroups are led by group leaders, and we do normally monthly group leader calls. And in this group leader calls, we discuss what should we do. So for example, the town hall meeting, that was an idea that came out of the group leader call. And last but not least, when you are on the website and you scroll down a little bit on the homepage, then you can see all our subtopics. And then when you click on a subtopic here, then you find all groups who are specialized in these subtopics. So I just clicked on value proposition, and then I come to the page with all subgroups who are specialized in value proposition. And this is how the think tank works. You can become a member, you can engage as much as you want to engage or as little as you want to engage. You can become members of one or many groups. You can join a think tank, you can join a town hall meeting, you can share a best practice case, or you can more watch it and read the reports. Overall, our community exists now since 4 months. And as I said, we have more than 500 members. And we are very proud that we made this difference to the industry, really bringing ideas together and giving people a platform to innovate, collaborate, and network. And I think that's it from my side. Ute, are there any questions maybe?
Well, maybe some introduction from my side as well. What we are doing is all our members received their membership fee invoice last week. And what we are doing to those who will run their payment early this year, so until the end of January, we will give the gold membership for 40% of the regular fee. So instead of paying £10 a month, you pay just £4 a month, which is roughly 60, 70, something in between 65 to 70 euro or US dollar a year, which is really a bargain. And this will allow you to look at all the reports, to do a deep dive. We are more than happy to not just have one group, but maybe found several with the time to come. You are more than welcome, as Tesi already said, to join several groups or get engaged or share best practices as we are doing it right now here. So the think tank, I think, is a valuable idea for all our members as well as the whole industry. You get linked to other players from the industry, not in Mark's suppliers, but organizers as well as consultants, as caterers, as students. So it's really broad and it's really worth being there. I've just joined some of the sessions and everybody is more than welcome to join this group. And if you have further questions, how this works, Tesi as well as me, we are more than happy to answer your questions. And maybe there will be some questions from your side after this fast explanation we are doing right now. So
I comment as a stand builder. Hello, Cam Stevens here. I comment as a stand builder that I've been in the exhibition think tank for, I don't know, I can't remember exactly when I joined. I think it was after the Next Gen IFES did a presentation with Tesi. And so I joined and was part of the value proposition, or the touch points, I guess was specifically what it was called. And you had a broad perspective of opinions and of experience from different sectors of this marketplace. So it was really interesting to be able to get other people's perspectives instead of being just focused on the stand builder's perspective.
Absolutely. I think this is, thanks a lot. This is one of the feedback I get very often, that the networking aspect and the collaboration aspect really counts for the people, that people come together, and we try to give this networking and collaboration aspect as many platforms as possible. One platform is a think tank like the one you have been, the Touchpoint think tank. Another one is the town hall meetings, which we will do tomorrow. Another one will be the mini workshops. But it should be an ongoing platform for proactive and thought-provoking collaboration, really to push the industry forward. And this is what our people in the think tank normally really appreciate.
Yeah, and it is. It gives us the opportunity to use this time, this remote time, within discussions. You can decide by yourself to go to. It's no artificial intelligence behind, like you find it in various trade shows, online platforms now happening, that you have matchmaking with people you for sure know that you don't want to meet them. But the artificial intelligence program, the AI, is coming up with these suggestions. Here, people decide to whom they want to talk and with whom they want to work, on which topic they want to work. And one other big advantage is, well, if you have some time, you're happy to come along with ideas and lead a discussion. And if there is a moment where you don't have that many time to get involved, then think tank, the group will continue working, but you don't have to be there, well, every day, every second day, once a week, whatever. So it's pretty flexible, and yeah, it's a great online platform for meeting people from the same industry. And since we don't want, this is what I wanted to say, since we don't want to invent the wheel twice, we thought that it would be a great idea to do this cooperation with TESI. And it's not just our IFES, it's UFI also involved right now in the think tank. So there's a really broad promotion, and well, getting 500 people to a platform is quite a number. Yeah, it's not like done like this, and for half a year, it's a great outcome.
No, absolutely, and yeah, thanks Uta for saying UFI is our partner as well. I forgot to mention that. So we co-run this together with UFI. And if you have any question, guys, drop me an email or via Uta. Only thing I can say, I really hope that the supplier side of the industry is joining as well, because I know very often innovation comes exactly from the supplier side in the industry. So the thought-provoking stuff comes practically from your side. So that is the reason why I hope we have more supplier groups in future. And we have more people from the supplier side as well.
We are doing our best, TESI. Actually, Bart is asking if we can share, if you can share the PowerPoint with us.
Yeah, Uta, I send it to you.
Perfect. Okay.
Yeah.
So
and I
yes.
sent you also a one-pager, if I not have done so far. So we have a one-pager as well where we describe everything.
And we are working on a logo in a square shape.
Exactly for your group. Absolutely. Yes. Absolutely.
Okay, good.
Cool.
Well, any further, Justin?
Just a comment. Hi, Matthias. Good to have you here. Just a comment from our side. I mean, this is like quite an interesting platform. And I think just, I think obviously if we're offering it to our members at a good price, and I know we were part of the correspondence to our members, we really need to share it maybe in the new year. I think everyone's a bit sort of COVIDed out and, whatever. But I do think it will be quite nice to, I don't know how we share it, because I understand it a bit better now. I didn't understand it at first. So something just to think of.
Sorry, I'm not sure if I understood the question. There was an echo in the line on my side.
Is that better?
Yeah, that's
much better.
Yeah, much better.
In between changing microphones. Hi, Matthias. Justin from Scan Display South Africa and IFES president from next year, taking over from Peter.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's exciting. And it's nice to have an African involved, and someone from the Southern Hemisphere. So I just think that, and sorry about the audio quality, I think that this is a great thing. And I think, I endorse what Cam said. I just think we just need to maybe, the slides is really great, maybe make one infographic or two infographics from it, just to explain, and that's for our job, not yours, Matthias, just to explain to our members in maybe an easier way. I think people are always scared that it's a Zoom meeting and everybody's exhausted from, engaging in Zoom. And maybe something like that, Uta. But we can chat about it. I know we've got the board meeting tomorrow and the next day.
Well, actually, TESI said it already that he's providing some information. We are just waiting for it, and we will continue sharing this information, and we will put it on our website and do a link and all these things. But since we just send out the invoices with introducing this partnership, we do it one by one, step by step.
Okay.
We will send it out. We will make the presentation a bit better, and also what we are working on, but we will not get it done before Christmas. We want to do a video talking about or explaining it in a video. But anybody who has questions, please send them to me. And Justin, in the first think tank we had, one of our best groups was a half South African, half Australian group. There were 5 Australians, 5 South African, and they were a really good group as well. Yeah. Okay, we will send it.
I would like to make one more comment if I could, and I've noticed that there are not a lot of stand builders in the exhibition think tank, or not as many as I'd like to see. this is our opportunity as stand builders to get a voice out in the reshaping of the industry. But it's the second side of that is that we get to kind of share our perspectives with the other industry peers that are in the same industry, but that come in from different perspectives. It's not only an opportunity to get that perspective out there, but it's also an opportunity to really hear what they're saying and to meet them and to be introduced to them, and then you become relevant to them.
Well, it's absolutely right. And whilst our philosophy is we always say we don't have hierarchy, we only have ideas. The exhibition think tank enjoys a lot of attention at the moment. We have a lot of the global C-level. We have of the biggest companies, board members in the think tank. And it was actually for the Italian students, they were panelists and they talk to people they maybe would never have talked in their life to. So if as a group of the industry, you want to make your point and you want to get your point across, it's a good platform as well, not only to contribute innovation and new ideas, but also to make your point. So absolutely right.
Anybody else from the audience right now who has some news to share about Think Tank because he's already a member, or she? Or is it just Cam? So we really have to push our members, as we see. Well, 17 new members you already have. As Cam, Alina and I are already members of the Think Tank. For sure, you will get some additional ones. And yeah, happy then to start the discussion within the industry, with other peers, and maybe with some not IFES members who afterwards might become member as well. Yeah.
I have one quick question for Tessie. Cam again. I can't find the IFES group in the group section. Is it?
Oh, it's so far hidden. We set up the group, but it's so far hidden. Uta, let me know when we should publish the group.
We will go along with this since we have sent out the invoices right now. So all the payments we get, all get the link to become a group of member of the group or group member. Yeah.
And you let me know when I should publish it, because at the moment it's only me that can see it as an administrator of the website.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Okay, no, as I said, if any further questions, Uta, Cam, very nice face mask, let me know. And everybody, let's get 2020 done. Finally, it's time that the year is over. And stay safe and Merry Christmas, just in case we don't see each other.
Yeah, well, this year for sure goes on the house. We don't count it. And for those who well, we are really fast today, just half an hour. What we're going to do next Friday is our year-end Skype roll, and everybody is more than welcome. We will start at 4 Central European time. So for Tesi, it would be 3 o'clock. For Justin, it is 5 o'clock. And well, you have to look it up for all the places around the globe. And so far, I say thank you, and thanks for sharing your thoughts and ideas. And it was a great idea founding this club, and I think there's more to come.
Merry Christmas,
See you.
everybody.
Merry Christmas. Stay safe. Stay healthy. Bye. Oh.